welcome to Henry's RC Garage. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. I've got the Radiomaster MT12 on the bench again. I'm looking to set this up with a winch. Currently, we do have this, but I'm looking for more of a momentary switch. And these trim switches will give me that. They just need to be programmed. Unlike my 7PXR, they're not programmed. So with that, let's set up a winch. So let's check out how I have the winch set up on this transmitter. So I'm going to go to Model. I'm going to scroll down to model number 3 where I have the example set up. I'm going to select that model. And then I'm going to page over twice until I get the drive modes. On here, I am disabling my trims. So the trims over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a 5th one. I've disabled them all. So they're not. So you're not, when you're hitting the trims, they're not doing anything. So these are all disabled. So if you hold down, they're usually set to the :0. You just set it to -- hit enter, and you can hit the return key to back out of that. So that's all I've done here, is disabled the trims. So I'm going to back out of that, and I'm going to page over until I get to mixes. And then on here, I have 3 lines under channel 5, which is where I've currently set up this example for my winch. So the first line is going to be considered my throttle to winch setup, and then the next 2 lines is going to be on my throttle trim switch, which is labeled on the outside of the transmitter as T1. So the first line on that is going to be a plus equals 100. The source will be max, and then the switch will be throttle TH plus. So let's look at that real quick so I can show you. We're going to edit that. And then the source is max, so all you do here is you just kind of go over here and you hold down and you select max, and then you go, and the weight will be 100. It'll already be set to 100. So you're going to go down, and then you're going to select switch, and then you're just going to hold down and you're going to select trims, and then you're just going to scroll until you get to TH plus. And you're going to click that, and then you're going to set that in, and you're going to hit the return key on the transmitter to back out. And now you've set that up, and then the next line we're going to add it. We're going to have another line. So basically we're adding a line after, so insert after, but in this case it's already there, so I'm just going to edit. And I'm going to do the same thing here. So this one's going to be max as the source, and then I'm setting this to a -100 weight. So the weight will be a -100, which is the opposite direction for the winch. And then I'm just selecting the opposite direction, which is going to be the throttle trim switch negative, or the physical on the outside says T1. So I'm going to hit the return key to back out of that. And let's look at the throttle, what I'm considering throttle to winch. So I'm going to edit that. So I'm going to pick the source as the throttle, which is the trigger on the transmitter. And then the weight will be I'll set that to a -100. And then down here, you have, it's currently set, when you come to this page, it's currently set to diff. So you're just going to change that to function, the function, FUNC, function. You're going to click that to set that in, and then you're going to click to get rid of the dashes. You're going to select X greater than 0. And what that means is the range below the middle is always 0. Above the middle, the slope is linear. So that's what that means. I'm going to hit the return key to back out of that. Oh, we'll go down here to switch. And what I'm doing here on the switch is I'm going to set this up for FL2. I have the 2 switches set up on this transmitter on the base, and FL2 is the one closest to the handle on the transmitter. And that's all I'm doing there. I'm going to back out of this. And then I'm going to go over to my special functions page. And this is where I've set it up to activate and deactivate the winch. So if I scroll down a little bit here, you can see the FL2 will de-highlight, which is now the switch is active. And if I put it back into the FL is highlighted now as a bold, that means it's, to me, it's deactive. So all I've done here is basically I'm selecting the switch to activate and deactivate the throttle trim switch. So that way there I don't accidentally hit the switch and spool in or out of the winch. So I'm going to override channel 5 and it's going to set that to 0. And that is how we're doing that. And the checkbox is to enable. So I'm going to back out of this. I'm going to go to the main page. And I'm going to activate the winch with that switch on the base. And now you'll see where I have the throttle trim set. So when I let go, it goes back to 0. When I push up, let go, it'll go back to 0. So now if I've like spooled out, you know, like 3 or 4 feet and I'm having a problem going up a hill and I've anchored it in, I can use the throttle trigger to help me up the hill using that winch line. And that's how I have the winch set up on this transmitter. Well, that was exciting, setting up a winch on a trim switch on this radio. I know it's a lot to do on this radio. I mean, there's more than one way to program. Hopefully this one helps you out, where you can program it the same way, or you can find a different way or modify what I've done and make it better for yourself. Hopefully answer some questions for you. If you've not done so already, please like and subscribe. Please support a local hobby shop. If you do not have a local hobby shop, you can support the one that I support, Leisure Hour Hobbies. I will have a link in the description below where you can get this radio if you do not have this radio yet and you were just here checking out, see if you could figure out how to do a winch on this radio. And again, thank you. I will catch you on the next one.